Whoa, 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 whoa. Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Yo, today is another episode, the 137th episode. You like it? I love it, you know. And I'm just here, chilling, with the crew, the crew, you know what I'm saying? Some of the crew is not here today. I'm guessing. I don't know where they at, but hey, they got busy. So it's only me and my guy here today. And if any of y'all want to come in, I got the link right here. So let me know if you want to come in and join. Hey, Thomas,
Yes, sir.
send me the link. Can you send me the link that I sent you?
Yeah, let me
Hey,
just let me know if I
Chrissy,
just let me know if I
just send it in a private message on here. So that way I can post them up.
now send it back through the messenger. Did you want it? I'm trying to copy it. Wonder if it's the same as the email as the
Shoot. Um.
you want to
Damn.
send it through the chat? I think that's
Yeah, send it through here. Send it through here to the private message. Go into the Yeah, there you go. There you go, brother. There you go. There you go.
hopefully that works.
Hopefully. But anyway, time to get on with the program and the show of all the shows.
You got to keep the
Nah,
people
but
entertained.
keep the people in the chain, man. People entertained. The show must go on, even if I ain't got nobody watching or to join me. Show must go on. We must party, hardy, even if it's just the two of us. Fuck it, let's do it.
That's all we
Anyways,
need.
yo. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Um, just the two of us, we can make it. Nah,
All right, we're gonna make this
nah,
into a
just thought I'd
karaoke show.
Hey man, hey, having fun. But nah, bro, yo, what's about this comic industry, man? That's been having everybody buzzing, you know?
I think the
What's
thing
up, Max?
about
What's up, Max?
How's it going?
Put your mic on. Put your mic on.
Spin
We
my.
want to see your face, buddy.
Can you hear me?
There you go. Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, good, good. Hello.
But yeah,
Is this the
what's
dude
up,
you're talking
my
about?
yeah? That's Thomas.
Is this the guy that originally played Jason?
No, man. Damn, you gave away the whole goddamn thing, man.
Oh,
No, man. No, I'm doing that later on, like next week or so.
Well then, anybody watching this, forget I said anything. In fact, I was never here.
We're gonna hypnotize the people.
Yes.
Yeah. But what's up with the comic book industry, y'all? How's everything going with y'all guys?
Let's see. Got a book coming out at the end of July, and then I got a book coming out January 2024.
Oh, cool.
So,
He's the creator of Melvin.
yes.
Oh, awesome.
Hold
In
on.
fact,
So-
let me
Hold on.
let me put the link in the.
Hold on first. Let me do my intro first. I forgot to do my intro. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. Yo, this is the roundtable discussion. This is the In Your Face show. Sorry about that. Yeah. So, man, I had this topic that I wanted to talk about, man. What do y'all think about artificial intelligence
I think it's a mistake.
for doing comics, man?
Yeah, it's cheating.
I
How is
think it
that
takes
cheating?
away from. I think it takes away from what comics have always been. I mean,
Art
if you
is-
want to do something that is AI based for the sake of something AI, then it's different. And it's not what we've experienced growing up and enjoying.
Plus-
It's
Plus, art
Right.
is a discipline. It's a discipline. It's a skill. If you take away the skill, then it's not art.
yeah.
Well, I would say it takes away having to pay a hustler some money, and it makes it easier for you to get your book out. I say it's another avenue for people to, to actually get a book out that if they don't know how to draw, if they don't have a job, hey, fuck it, get your book out any way possible to make some money. You never know because it's another avenue to make it. You know what I'm saying? It's another avenue to at least try out to see, where you want to go. Because what if some way somehow, okay, these motherfucking artists is causing you to lose money. Basically putting their prices to like a 200 per page, or $150 per page, or such and such and such. You know what I mean? And you ain't got that kind of money to be paying for them. You know what I'm saying? And some of these people in the industry love hustling people, getting to work, don't do the work, or just taking your money straight out. So would you rather, allow AI to help you with that, and you don't have to pay anything?
No,
Not really much.
it just doesn't seem right at all.
No,
Shit.
because I mean, even for me, I don't have a comic book. Although I have an idea that I want to expand on, and I'm going to be trying to hook up in next weekend with Dave Brown Jr., who is an artist and comic creator out of Detroit, to try something, come up and have something done. My novel, my science fiction novel about superheroes, first one, Enter Alex Xavier. I actually ended up getting a picture off the internet because I couldn't find what I wanted and didn't know and wasn't that knowledgeable about going and getting something and having it done right to have. But my second book, which I'm like this close to being finished to have out, I actually have an artist doing the cover. So I'm going to
Right.
I'm going to actually have, for a superhero novel, an actual comic book cover. And
Right.
Plus-
and he go ahead.
What you say?
Plus, AI actually steals from actual existing art and makes a new art piece out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, what can I say? I mean, they did. Art's being stolen every goddamn day. All of our art's being stolen every goddamn day, all the time.
Kind of doesn't help
No.
when you can actually see the signature of like a piece of a signature in the art that actually belongs to some other piece.
Yeah.
I
I think
mean,
at some point it's going to have to come to where it's blatantly obvious that somebody's work is being taken and used for this, and somebody suing, and making a huge deal out of it, that you can bring it to the forefront, because I don't think it's going to unless something bigger happens. And unfortunately, who is that person going to be that's going to be have their work taken and used in such a way that it's going to mean a loss of money, notoriety. It's seeing that this person took their time and effort to do something, you know, they're going to have to go through the stress of being the first person to have to deal with this and go to court. And, you know, it's not something I would look forward to having to deal with if it happened to be mine.
I mean, how can a computer steal something from you, though?
I don't know the whole process to tell you, but I can see that I actually did one time to ask, and it was just basic to see about, could I get something similar if I asked something about samurai gerbils, and the image was not that far off from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So it is somehow pulling and looking and grabbing from.
It's like a search engine.
Yeah.
When you type in a search engine, it uses the words. It might not get you exactly what you want, but if you put in search, it'll look for. It's not looking for the exact thing. It's looking for words.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, I feel like it's another way of basically it's a new wave. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, not everybody has that kind of money to put out to get their books done. You know, from me on this side, everybody knows about my journey when it came to Jarhead. $9.50 worth of hard work, dedication, and all that shit, right? $9.50. You think about that. $9.50. $9.50, and you didn't really get that many hours at your job.
I had to hire an artist from the Philippines.
And your part time.
Yeah.
And okay, here's the kicker. Here's the kicker too. Some people from overseas are likely to act like you ain't pay them like that, because I bumped into a lot of them that did that. That does that. Okay.
Never had that problem.
I mean, I had that problem plenty of times.
No.
I mean, now, okay, or also you're going to bump into people that take up their prices every goddamn other day, thinking that their art is up there with the big guys. If this shit is up there with the big,
I already had that problem. In fact, we're still beefing right now, me and that other guy, because he keeps
that's what I'm saying.
He keeps complaining about what I did to what I did to the cover, because his artwork was not up to snuff. But that's all I can say about that.
That's why I would say, to be honest, me, you know what I'm saying? I say cut the costs. I'll cut the costs and just do it artificially. I don't give a fuck what people say, because at the end of the day, they not helping me with shit anyway. So why care about what people want to say? You know what I'm saying? And why care about what the world is going to say if you're getting your shit out there? You feel what I'm saying? That's like saying, okay, I don't know how to draw, so I'm gonna get it's like a lot of people in the music industry, they got ghostwriters. A lot of them don't know how to write like that, but they got ghostwriters that write for them. That's not cheating. That's just basically somebody writing for them, basically putting the words down for them. That's like a person writing my scripts, writing what I tell them to write. You feel what I'm saying? And that's not cheating. All that's doing is basically,
It's still a person.
Yeah, but all that's still doing is basically writing down what you're doing, writing down what you're telling them. But that's not cheating. A lot of this stuff. Go ahead.
I think it's good as long as it's a person. I don't necessarily think AI is bad, but if it's going to take from other people, I mean, I don't know how we can curb that. There's too many things out there. Like just to mess around with it to see if I could come up with something close to Ninja Turtles. There was 15 different apps that were all doing that same thing. There's a lot of them out there.
Right. Cool. True. You know what I'm saying? But I would just say from the standpoint of understanding, like you're not really going to get you're not really going to get close to it anyway. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with AI here. You know what I'm saying? They particularly could fuck up your shit. But I would take that chance because at the end of the day, shit, we take chances every day. You know what I'm saying? Either you make a mistake or you don't make a mistake and you learn from it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I take that chance. Go ahead.
Japan already has done an AI comic book, and it can't draw hands.
They can't draw hands.
They can't draw hands.
Yeah,
It's
that's
AI.
well. That's also from no. I grew up drawing as a kid, but I have screwed up hands, so it got difficult when I was getting older. But even as a kid growing up, one of the hardest things for me to do was trying to draw hands. So I could imagine, a computer trying to do that and having lots of problems.
God damn you! Sorry about that. I'll be right back.
It's okay. IYFS. IYFS. If you think about it, shit. Why am I thinking about that? I think that a lot of the stuff that we're doing here, whether it's a person, whether it's AI, I say let's make a bang. Let's kick that fucking door in to the top to get to the top and win. Whether it's AI, whether it's a person. Fuck what people got to say because at the end of the day, the only people that's saying it's cheating, the only people that's saying that it's it's taken away is the people that don't want us or anybody to get ahead. I'm keeping it real.
I
Not
could see
saying you
how.
or anything.
Yeah, but I could see how
Not
when artists and people who have their content and create their content, and when AI is taking directly from what they've done, that's where I think that it's going to end up being the problem. But how do you curb that? I mean, if there's a happy medium to have that, how do you get the AI not to do that? That's beyond me. I don't know the programming and all that stuff.
exactly. That's AI. That's like saying you can't. How can you sue a computer?
Yeah.
That like for all that. That's like saying. That's like saying. That's like saying how can you sue? How can you sue your how can you sue your dick in the pussy for having a baby? How can you sue that? Like that's
Well, I think
retarded.
it'll.
You
I
can't
think
sue
it'll
the you can't sue the program, but you can sue the person who made the program.
make pro, or you could the person who creates something that blatantly takes from whatever your content is, if they use that. Because for me, when I took the picture and used the picture for my first book, Enter Alex Xavier, it was specifically off of Shutterstock, where I was paying for somebody who made and they did their picture, so they were getting money from me. They were, it wasn't me taking from them, and it's going to be. I want to say that it's hard. I can see all avenues to it. I how do we not it, I,
I
I
understand how you feel, man.
I like it. It was really fun messing with the AI programs. It was really fun, but where and what is it taking from that? Like, I'm hoping that the picture that I have for my second book is going to be cool enough and individual enough and not being used from that. The artist is out of the Philippines. His name is Jimbo Salgado, and he's doing an awesome. He has showed me the pencils for it. He's inking it right now, and it's going to be cool. And hopefully, it's not something that somebody's going to take from. that is his wonderful art, and then it's going to be start being used that other people are going to try and use, profit, and so on. You know,
Seems
that kind of takes away from him and all the effort that he's doing. You know,
See, and that's the thing. People can't blame, and that's the thing too. It's a computer.
yeah,
You know, it's artificial intelligence. It's a computer. A computer is basically is going off of what you tell it to do. It's not going off. It's not saying, "Oh, let me go take from here. Let me go take from Todd McFarlane." If you put Todd McFarlane in, it'll memorize or whatever, and it's just like you or me. You know what I'm saying? That's what computers are, just like you or me, but they're more skilled, more intelligent. You know what I'm saying?
some of them have become self-aware though. Like some programs have become self-aware.
yeah.
I mean, I just feel that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've heard that they've now gotten to that point of, you know, it was always talk of, well, will we ever get to that point that, you know, computers can be self-aware? I haven't seen exactly of it, but I've heard that same thing, that they've now achieved it. I mean, it would be interesting to see fully, you know, the full effects of completely self-aware computers.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you like this too. You can make books out of artificial intelligence. You can make all kinds of shit out of artificial intelligence. You can do all kinds of stuff, coloring books, all that. But it's not. I just feel like in my heart, it's just another
Right.
avenue to make it to build your name. Because at the end of the day, too, you know, I would say you could sue the person for stealing your shit. That's blatantly stealing your shit. Of course, of course, blatantly stealing your style, and you see it on paper on one of your boys' artwork and shit like that. You see that's being done. You know what I mean? And I've seen it done to me, but of course they didn't take it because I had to ruffle a couple feathers. A couple feathers, couple kicks here and there. But don't worry about that. I'm just saying for that situation, like I just don't see it as a way to cause a problem on that aspect. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really look at it, I mean, I could draw. Of course I can. But me focusing on my writing and other shit, of course I want to do something. I want something great. What I envision, and if the AI can get me close to what I envision, hell yeah. Because sometimes, I promise you, somebody you hire, not all of them will do what you say to do. They do what they want to do. Not all of them.
Yeah, that could very easily
You
happen.
know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just giving both sides of the situation. Now AI can fuck up, and it can because it's still a computer. You put it still can fuck up. You know what I'm saying? It still can mess up. Just like it can't draw hands, can't draw legs, can't draw feet. Look, it can still fuck it up, just like a natural human. But what's the chances of AI, and what's the chances of a person fucking you up?
Yeah,
Slim, and none. That's all I'm saying.
I think it's an interesting. I like the AI portion because I would love to be able to have a conversation. I think that part is interesting of AI to to
Yeah,
to be able to have, you know, not to say I don't want to have friends, that I want to have a computer
right.
that's going to stand in front of me, but I think that would be interesting to have something that it is not it doesn't have a normal brain like us, but is able to
Right.
reason and think and respond. I think that would be neat.
And also, if you really look at it, it cuts out the middleman. it cuts out you paying extra money to a person. Say like if they lose those copies, you can't never get them back. Say like if they delete them off their laptop, you can't never get that back. At least AI, you get them back.
How do you feel about AI writing a Bible?
Writing a Bible, if you tell it exactly what to do.
No, if it wrote its own Bible,
then it could.
Wouldn't that be blasphemy?
What's that?
Wouldn't that be blasphemy? There was a guy talking about the wonders of AI, and he's talking about all these different religions and all they believe in a higher power, and he's referring to AI as a higher power, and he goes, AI could write its own Bible. And this guy is pretty much somebody clipped it and said, is this the Antichrist false prophet?
It's an interesting thought.
Who asked that?
It was somebody had clipped a guy talking about how wonderful AI is, and basically talking about like all these religions have the higher power, and kind of referring to the AI as a higher power, and then saying it could write his own Bible.
It's a goddamn computer, for God's sakes.
It doesn't matter if it's right. It's right. It could write its own Bible. Because they never said the Antichrist was necessarily a person. It could be an entity. And what's more Antichrist?
Actually, it is a person.
No.
Actually, it is a person, and it's the spirit already lived on. It's just basically the person hasn't come yet. The spirit was here, just like God's spirit was here. Jesus just had to come and be born into the world. You know what I'm saying? God's spirit was already here. You was already speaking to God, but go ahead.
Well, I mean,
go ahead.
It could write its own Bible. Wouldn't that be blasphemy? And wouldn't that make the AI technology basically the Antichrist in a sense?
I don't know.
People already kind of already worship technology in a sense. We use it for everything.
I mean, I don't worship it. I'm just using it to. I would use it to just get where I want to be.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean,
some people.
It's a different form of religion then. So you talk about there are various other different religions. If this just pops up to be another religion, you got Scientology. I mean, there are people who claim that that's not even a real religion. So how far off is AI doing its own Bible and becoming essentially its own religion where people can then worship? I've joked about, because there's a comedian that he and I are big about donuts. We said we'll start our own religion, praise be to donuts. You can basically create
praise be to donuts.
You can create your own religion.
He said praise be to donuts.
Yeah,
holy donuts.
Yes.
But
the holy donuts of all the donuts.
But are donuts self-aware though?
I don't know. I've had some pretty hefty donuts that have done some real work on me.
Yeah. Well, your stomach's self-aware.
Yeah, I'm just
the donut self-aware.
More than one, just my stomach.
I'm just saying, like, okay, it could be that situation. It could come into that fold. It's just depending on the person. You know what I mean? Depending on the person, it could get that wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I said anything could be dangerous. Anything can kill you. And too much of anything. Too much of water can kill you. Too much of orange juice can kill you. Too much pussy can kill you. Too much sex can kill you. Too much of anything.
Don't say donuts. Don't say donuts.
Don't say donuts. Too much donuts can kill you. All that can kill you. If you do too much of it. If you do too much of it, then yeah, it can kill. It can, anything can be worshipped. You know what I'm saying? Anything can be. Now it depends on the person doing the worshiping. Now, I already got my guy, so I ain't worrying about none of that shit. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that. I'm just saying, AI, yeah, it can be tricky. It can be tricky, yeah. Yeah, we would need Miss Snoops on here to digest that part. You know what I mean? Miss Snoops is a is one of those people like that. You know, she could digest that, dissect that. You know what I'm saying? That. I mean, but yeah. On to the next subject. I'm getting
Yeah,
kind of flabbergasted on that one. Nah. So okay, what do y'all feel about the gatekeeping in the industry?
but there's always been like the cool person. Everyone's always had their own cool person's club. Like you can't be part of our club, and so you just go to you start your own club.
The only you remember when I made the Renegades?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, I made that. I made that group because of what was going on at the time. The social justice warriors was going up against who was that? Um, the social justice warriors was going up against what what's that dude that dude that did
EVS,
Cyberfrog?
EVS,
Yeah. What is that? What is that? What is the name of it?
Cyberfrog. Oh, the Comic Skate.
No, Comics Gate. Yeah, Comics Gate. The Comics Game. You know, that was Comics Gate and Social Justice Warriors. Now, you know, I didn't want to pick sides, so I said, "Nah, man, I got friends on this side, I got friends on that side. I'm not picking a side." And I was told, you know, what I'm saying, if you're going to be my friend, you got to pick this side. Or one of my boys is like, "I'm gonna go pick Comics Gate because such and such and such." I'm like, "Nah, man, I don't believe in none of that." I think if a transsexual is doing a great job, then fuck it, she's doing a great job. If a gay guy is doing a great job, he's doing a great job. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck about working with a tranny or a gay guy. I don't give a fuck about that. That's if they doing a great job, great work. That's all that matters to me. You know what I mean? How would y'all feel?
I think that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are, what you are. It doesn't like even. I know that there's going to be a bit of pushback in my novels because I'm going to have gay characters. I'm going to have a transgender hero. I mean, I'm not going to push agendas, but it's about being inclusive. They're heroes, they're being
Right.
heroes. And it's for the sake of that they're heroes. But it's not about to push something on people. But I can see that with trying to have a novel that's going to be as broad and have that appeal like Harry Potter did from very young to very old, that and I hope that parents are taking the approach that I feel that this is not good for my child, so I'm going to limit that. I would like that, but I would hope that people would see that I'm not trying to push anything.
What's your thoughts, Max?
What's my thoughts? I'm on. Well, I never really. Uh, if you're cool with me, I'm cool with with you, but I don't really have a side. I'm just me doing my thing. You know, I do agree with some of the Comics Gate stuff, but it doesn't make me. I've never declared it. I've never said, "Hey, I'm Comics Gate." I'm just me making
I
comic books.
I just don't get it. I just don't understand it as a whole anyway. You know what I'm saying?
It's just
I never
another.
understood it.
It's just another click. It's like, well, you can't. You know, oh, they want us to be part of their club. We'll form our own club. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where I formed Renegades. Our club was about, you know what I'm saying, going against the grain. Our books was all about strictly indie and strictly speaking how we felt and what we wanted to speak. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the people said, no matter what another person said, fuck what they had to say. And of course, a couple of people got out of line and you had to handle that situation. Max know about that situation, don't you, Max?
Oh, what situation was that?
you know about the Nick situation and the other Nick.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, that guy. I don't know what happened to him. He just flipped out one day.
Yeah. That situation. Well, with that situation, with a lot of situations, you're gonna have a people that's odd. That's the odd person that want to basically say, this is not right. This is not. We should do this different. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying, Thomas, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I,
I haven't been involved in the whole. For me, I've been lucky enough to go to Comic Cons for having a science fiction novel, and I haven't yet dealt with a lot of that because I like I kind of mentioned that I have an idea for a comic book I'd like to be able to work on. So I haven't actually been able to get into and deal with a whole lot of that. But I'm slowly
right.
starting to branch out. I'm starting to make connections, starting to get meet new people. I mean, I guess at some point I'll probably have to um, get involved like that, but it's currently I haven't.
Of course, it's getting a transition from regular books to comics. It could be rough, but also it could be fun. It could be fun. It's like a transition from an artist to a writer.
Yeah.
That's a big drop off because you're so used to using your pencils and so used to your pens, and you're not used to writing words, so you're used to drawing. You know what I mean? I'm so used to
Yeah.
that, so I understand how you feel, man. I'm so used to drawing and so used to seeing everything, like everything I draw it out, right? So I had a thought. Something was like, now it's time to write your stories. Become more of a writer and become more of a well-rounded person in the industry.
Yeah.
Hey, and then that's when I got right into my comics and I started writing all my comic stories and everything. And
Yeah.
that I now focus and I let artists or AI or whatever, if they could do good work for me, you know what I'm saying, to get my art lining up with my stories, then that's good work for me, to me. You know what I mean?
I,
But
I,
if it's go ahead.
Well, I wanted to clarify that there are good people on both sides. There are a lot of people who are Comicsgate who are just as cool as people on the anti-Comicsgate. And it's just ridiculous that people just can't get along and just make good books.
Yeah, because in the end, that's all it's about.
I mean, I've literally had people come at me for having friends who are Comicsgate. And it's like, so they've never given me any reason to not like them.
Yeah. Remember they was coming after me and you came on my oh, Max. Remember Max when Pops Van Zant and all those guys was trying to talk me down and all that, treat me like shit and shit like that.
Yeah, I think I remember stuff like that.
Yeah, I know you remember that. Yeah, a lot of that stuff is detrimental, man. Like a lot of that stuff is it's not cool to be a bully and harass people in this industry. This industry has a lot of you know keyboard warriors, keyboard gangsters. I meant
Yeah,
a lot of them.
Yeah.
Keyboard gangsters. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them. They won't say it to your face. They'll see you at a convention and say, "Hey, buddy, what's up with you? How are you doing?" Forgetting the fact that they started talking shit about you.
Oh yeah. I saw Christian Shin at a convention. I had nothing much to say to her. I just kind of stared at her and walked away. It's just like, I know you got me kicked off a show, but whatever.
I mean, even though I'm cool with Christy Shin, I don't have a problem with I don't have a problem with any of y'all. The only problem I have with people is bullies and people who stop the growth of people trying to make it here, make
Yeah.
it in this industry.
Well, you just
That's
sometimes
like saying, go
sometimes
ahead.
you just gotta just kind of let it go and like, okay, you do you, and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. So you gotta make peace with that.
See, that's the whole thing, you know. A lot of these fuckers don't want to make peace. They want to keep the shit going. You
Right.
know what I mean? They want to keep the shit going. They want to basically be hateful and destructive.
Yeah.
And that's not good. That's not the right thing to do. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these people in the industry are some of the most, I'm telling you the truth, and I ain't lying. I hope they listening too. A lot of these people in this industry are very, very, very hateful. They only care about one thing, themselves. You know what I mean? And only the people that agrees with them and only them. Nobody is in this industry. You got to have your own mind and you got to have your own way of doing things. Because if you're doing it the way everybody else is doing, you're gonna fail. Don't do it like everybody else doing. Have your own style. Have your own way of doing things. Because if you do it everybody else's way is not your way. You know what I'm saying? It's like saying, for example, I got people hated on me because I wanted to blaze my own trail. You know what I mean? Create my own will, and do it the way I wanted to do it. You know what I mean? And creating the will myself and doing it the way I wanted to do it was better for me. You know what I'm saying? It helped me. It helped me get where I'm at now.
But
Like
that's how it
doing
should
it the
always
way
be.
right. But in the industry, it's a copycat industry. I promise you. It's like everything you do and you're successful at it, people are going to copy everything you did. Copy your methods, everything. And they'll be lazy, they'll be lazy and copy everything, but they won't do it their way because they think their way is a lot of people don't have a lot of confidence in this industry. In this industry, they don't have a lot of confidence. They don't have confidence enough to do it their way, so they want to do it another way for what that was right for the next person, the last person that did it.
Have you
You know
had
what I'm saying?
have you had issues like that with people that you've had to say, okay, we can't we can't work together, or for whatever reason, you don't associate with them? I'm asking the guy in the
Thomas.
room, Thomas.
Oh, see. I'm my I've only been into comic books from a fan standpoint. I had
Uh huh.
always wanted to get into having my own comics, but it was just something of never being able to do it, get into it, and all of that. And in some ways, I regret it because there's lots of ideas and characters and stuff that have come about. Other people have done, and so I've not really delved that much into it. I've gotten lucky that I've started to get to meet people. I'm not that far into it where I've had to deal with much. I'm sure that once I really start trying to put together this idea I have, that I will probably start having more interactions and maybe see more. But right now, I'm still so much more of an outsider in the comic
Yeah.
book industry.
Well, hopefully you have nothing
Well,
but
I would.
good experiences. And again, I want to say that I have nothing against any like Shin or anybody. I have nothing against them. It's just that we had bad experiences, and as people, we don't gel.
Right. I
I
mean,
imagine that'll happen with lots of people that you just, you know, but it should be something mutual where you can say that, I think maybe this won't work or this won't, but best of luck to you. Hopefully you do great. I do great. I, I, I don't see how that shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
That just seems too easy to be able to coexist, even if you're not perfect to.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, even if you don't work with them, and you just don't like being around that person. It's just like let them be them, and you just go on, go and do your thing.
Yeah.
I mean that's the thing about it. But as I've been saying to people, Like you may see the good on the outside, but in the inside, once you get in the inside, once you deal with that inside of people, yeah, you're going to start seeing a lot of things that you don't want to see. And like I told you, a lot of people are not what is. It's not cracked up to what it is shown. You know what I mean? Like I'm just being honest. I'm focusing on those things because the people that's trying to come into this industry, just like the music industry, you got to deal with the gatekeepers. You got to deal with the phony as producers and people trying to hustle you, trying to do you wrong, trying to treat you like shit. You know, you're going to deal with that. The reason why I'm focused on that is to basically show people that watch your back, keep your head on the swivel, keep your eyes open because you never know when a person is going to try you. You know what I'm saying? It's not all guns and roses. It's not all fun and it could get dangerous.
Guns and Roses.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's not all.
you gotta throw a temper tantrum like Axl Rose and storm off after being 2 hours late.
Welcome to
Well, you
the
know,
jungle.
No, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? If you really look at it, a lot of it is what a lot of the industry is for people that want to make it, and a lot of people is there's a lot of people in it that's just in it to get past the time. A lot of us we in here to make millions. We in here to make a living out of it, to go for it. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of people that give it a bad name that don't want it, that don't want shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That don't have an ambition to do this. I'm hungry for some success, but for all of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I talk about it like I talk about it, because I've been here. I've been through the highs and lows. I've seen a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Like people who say they're your friend turn on you. You know what I mean? Because
Been there, done that.
you're getting success and they're not. You know what I mean? Your script is better than theirs or whatever. Yeah, they could be your closest friends too.
Yeah, there's
Your
people
closest friends.
they don't finish something, so you remove them from the project. All of a sudden, later on, they have a problem with how you did it.
Exactly.
Crazy.
That's the way things. Go ahead.
I think that's one thing about how I'm lucky that I'm having to do novels is it's all me currently.
Yeah, you don't fire yourself after you're no mood for your lip.
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
I do get feedback because currently my wife is the one doing the reviews, so she's the one going through. But she reads lots of books, so she can pick up all that stuff and give me the proper information for it. It's not to say I didn't pay. I did pay for an editor for the first book, and it was a huge chunk of change. But she was able to do it, and she was able to give me feedback. But it's still all me at this point. Although I'm again with Jimbo doing the cover for my second book, but it's going to be something interesting for me to deal with when I try to start doing the idea
What's
for.
going on back there? I heard a lot of background noise.
Oh, that's just me. I'm at a party. Family,
Okay.
you know. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all downstairs. Don't worry about
We're having our party here.
Yeah. Tell them to bring up a couple of beers.
it. We downstairs going crazy, but nah, we having fun. But I just think that a lot of the stuff that we're seeing in this industry is it helped me grow. It helped me grow and it helped me see past a lot of it, and it helped me get a lot of good characters out of it. To be honest with you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about y'all? What have y'all learned from the stuff that y'all been through or seen? How
For
did
me,
it help y'all grow? Did it help y'all become better Anybody.
For me, it's a different experience doing it with science fiction novels. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's a whole different other thing than what, like, again, I don't have experience in putting together a comic book. I'm going to be trying it, and we'll see. And I'll definitely reach out to people to get advice, because I want to make sure that I can
Hit me up,
do it.
man.
Yeah, I just so I can make sure that I'm going to do it properly, and that I want to. I don't want to, like, it took me, when I first started my journey with writing the novel, it took me 14 years to publish it.
Wow.
And
Mm-hmm. Took me 7.
And the thing about it was,
Mm-hmm.
I had to do it through Kindle, through Amazon, because I couldn't get an agent and I couldn't get a publisher. It's hard. It's hard if you don't follow, like, when you go to meet with an agent to try and get somebody to represent you, and you can pitch it great, which I did. I only had one agent I pitched to that said, well, I don't think this is in the right age group I'm looking for. Every single one of them, here's a card. Send me your stuff. Send me your first 3 chapters. Send me your synopsis. Send me all that stuff. Nothing. And part of the problem is does it fit that criteria of what they're looking for? I was told by one person who was attending it, unless you have the next Harry Potter, a lot of times they're not going to take a chance. And superheroes aren't a big thing when it comes to novels. So it's interesting for me dealing with it on a level in the novel world.
Yeah, let me know when
It'll be a whole different thing, trying to take a journey, to create a comic book.
Well, I will tell you like this too. A lot of those people, these are publishers.
I tried a couple of publishers, but usually it's better if you have an agent. If you can get a literary agent, they can be the one that does all the fighting for you. They know how to sell your book to a publisher. So it's usually best if you can do it. It's not to say that you can't go to a publisher, but most times if you can get an agent, they're the ones who are, it's like a sports agent. They're going to do what they can to get you the best money and the best deal. And so that's the best route for doing it. But unfortunately, it's hard when it's not, the norm of, romance novels will always sell, but I don't have a romance novel. These are guys with capes and tights and going out and fighting bad guys. It's something that even some people in the science fiction in novel world think is, it's comic books. You've got comic characters, even though there's a big story to it. It's still comic books.
Right. That's because a lot of publishers are not. They haven't done a comic book in their life, so they don't know what to. They haven't. See, a lot of publishers are narrow-minded. I've dealt with publishers. Trust me, they will take half of your fucking royalties too. I know a person that wanted 50% of my royalties to do other people's books.
Yeah,
it's very heavily money driven. They're looking at what is the bottom line of sales, and if it's something to take a chance with, like, this isn't the norm, they're more than likely not going to take that chance if it's not a bottom dollar thing.
That's because a lot of them are stuck in their ways when it comes to. That's why you don't see a lot of publishers really big out there like that, because they don't take the chances on the people, on the little man, rather than they rather take the chances take the chance on a big person. All right, all right, okay, on
They
a
want
big person. You know what I mean?
they want a sure thing, not
They,
a no. We don't know if this is gonna work.
Yeah.
right. They take a big person. They take a rather big person or it's a brand or whatever, and even the big people with the brand don't even sell like that. But they look at it as okay, person with the smaller brand, he's not going to garner anything. He's going to be lazy. Da, da, da. But that's what they think. That's why don't see a lot of big publishers out there that's really big. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about huge, like
Yeah.
fucking greatest. You don't see a lot of them out there because a lot of them don't take that chance.
Yeah, just like Hollywood. I mean, Hollywood used to give chances to movies like Damnation Alley, which had the guy Hannibal from the A Team, and that guy who played the captain, that one captain in Star Trek 2. You know, and they were pitted up against Star Wars. In fact, they shot in the same location.
It's interesting that you would think that you would try and find something new and different to make that big splash. Because how long was it before somebody decided to take a chance, and then lo and behold, Anne Rice is doing all kinds of vampire novels when vampire books weren't the norm.
Nope.
At what point is somebody going to take a chance on something new and different, and then break that out into novels?
Oh, Louis. Yeah, I know. It's funny. It's just so we have to go our own way. That's pretty much what most creators have to do now. It's just like, all right, well then, the hell with you guys.
Yeah, and in some ways,
Right? Yeah, like that's.
I almost, in some ways, if something can come of my books and I get some kind of momentum, I know there's a lot of people who don't like the fact that just anybody can put a book out there and on Kindle, but it's the only way it's given me an opportunity, even though I have a completely done book, 100% that people, I currently have, the feedback is really good, but I'm not given an opportunity otherwise. And it wouldn't get out there unless I had that avenue like Amazon and Kindle.
Right. And see, now you see what I'm talking about. A lot of these publishers that you see it today are not big. They're not making a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? If they somehow get like a big celebrity writing a book, that's the only money that they're getting. They're not making no money. Right? They're not making really much money.
Are you ready to
because they don't take chances.
Are you ready to see the same crap you've seen before? Well, here you go with Star
Yep.
Wars, the rehash.
Yeah.
Same shit. That's why I said a lot of that stuff. Yeah, like at least with comic publishers, they take a chance on you a little bit, give you a slight chance, But like I said, if you really getting into this industry, keep your eyes peeled and keep your head on the swivel.
Yep.
Do not trust everybody.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Keep your head up, keep your head high, because a lot of people don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about you, and they're damn sure don't care about your project. I got you. Hold on. And that's what I'm saying. Just keep it real with yourself.
Yeah.
Let me share something with you.
I'm suspicious anyway, and Daniel, you and I have kind of talked a little bit about some things. I'm suspicious anyway, and I'm not one that I'm going to go out of my way and take too many chances. And it's going to be for my benefit if it's something that seems a little bit off. I'm going to make sure I'm not going to be used.
Wow, that's one heck of a beard scratch. Let me share this with you since you're here.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. That was my thing. I scratched my neck.
This is my book
right
here.
What happened to picture?
This is the third issue of Melvin. If you'd share screen, please.
I told you I can't share the screen.
You should be able to. It's that screen right next to
I told you.
that screen on the bottom right there, right next to my name. With my
Where is that? I don't see nothing you showing.
wait, see? You see? All you gotta do is click on it.
Click on what? That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
But
wow. Oh, sheesh.
my good people, but we will and this is it for the episode of the In Your Face Show, the roundtable discussion,
Oh,
episode
we didn't like
32,
that.
episode 37, 137. Sorry, had
That's all
only
right.
an hour to do the show,
You're forgiven, my brother.
but but be back here next Sunday. We're gonna do another show.
Yeah, that's right.
That's if y'all
Yeah.
be here.
All right.
In Your Face Show.
Thanks for having me.
It is the In Your Face show, and we out. Peace.
Peace in here, Grease.